This is an important election. It's a serious election. Elections are not about yesterday, they're about tomorrow. They're not about the sunset, they're about the sunrise. And the future of America is going to be shaped by the new solutions we bring to the new generation of challenges America faces. And you know the challenges, from radical jihad to energy independence needs to healthcare challenges, education challenges, overspending in Washington, overtaxing. We have challenges in this country. And there's some people, when they consider those taxes, they get discouraged. Those are the people that don't understand the true strength, the true source of America's strength. The true source of America's strength is not our government. The true source of America's strength is the American people. It's people who believe in hard work and education, who love opportunity. Woo! It's people who believe in something bigger than themselves. It's people who believe in family and are willing to sacrifice for their kids. It's people who are patriotic. And these values, these American values, these heartland values, which you have right here, Cedar Rapids, are what America needs to understand will always lead us to overcome whatever challenges we face. And so I'm convinced that our future is bright and prosperous. I'm also convinced that we're going to have a bright future because I see change. Everywhere I go, I see that America is changing. The world is changing. I think you're going to see more change in the next 10 years than we've seen in the last 10 centuries. And we need to have an individual who loves and respects the American people and is able to lift their spirits, and also somebody who understands change. Now, I've had an unusual background. I was raised in a wonderful home with a mom and dad who taught me the most important values in life, enduring values. I went off to work in the business world and got a chance to understand how our economy works and how jobs come and go. I got to work around the world in different parts of the world and understand foreign economic pressures. I got the chance to also take the reins of the Olympic Games and see people come together, thousands of people, to host, well, what I thought were the greatest games in Olympic winter history. And then I got the chance to go to Massachusetts and be governor of Massachusetts, a somewhat Democratic state, as a couple of you have heard. And Republicans and Democrats were able to work together, as we need to do in Washington, to solve our budget challenges, to balance the budget every year, to put over $1 billion in our rainy day fund, to get health insurance for all of our citizens, on track to do that. We're going to have to bring that same kind of spirit of change, of working together with people across the aisle, to Washington. And if I'm elected, I will draw on the spirit of the American people, the great heart of the heartland, people from all over our country who love this land, as well as this great innovative spirit of America, to solve the challenges we have with a new vision and a new energy and a fresh start. Now, you know some of the things I do. I like to strengthen America. I want to strengthen our military with at least 100,000 more troops, better equipment for our troops, and better care for our veterans when they come home. I want to strengthen our economy. How do you strengthen the economy? I was just talking to Speaker Hastert about that. And he and I have the same idea in that regard. He said, you know, the way we were able to get our economy going, following the 9/11 challenge and the country going into recession, was by cutting our taxes. And that was a very bold decision to say, you know what, if we cut our taxes, as an old economist, he was a high school economics teacher. He says he's not an economist, but as an old high school economics teacher, he knows that if you keep our taxes down and you give income to the American people and let them invest in the future, you'll build and grow our economy. And we've done that. And this president deserves credit, flying in the face of some members of his own party and saying, I'm going to cut taxes and grow our economy, and that he did. He also strengthened our economy by getting us off of foreign oil. You know, oil just hit, apparently today, about $100 a barrel. And that's not good news unless you happen to be selling oil around the world, and we're not. We're buying it. We buy 60% of our energy needs. And it's time for America to stop just talking about energy independence and finally become energy independent, finally develop nuclear power resources that we have, finally have liquid coal, finally have our renewable resources, finally have more efficiency in our homes, our automobiles, our appliances. It's time for America to be serious about becoming energy independent. I also believe that to strengthen the economy, not just lower taxes, and you don't just get ourselves energy independent, you also solve our immigration challenges. I like legal immigration. I like people coming here that love this country and want the opportunity that's associated with being in America. But I want them to come here legally. And illegal immigration is a burden, and that is something I will stop.